advice to that young artist coming up today, the songwriter?
Yes.
What do they need to focus on?
Well, we've talked about the Grammys. I think that's important. But as far as being an artist, you have to focus on every aspect of what it is that you do. Whether it's your music, whether it's your marketing, your promotion. It's crazy. Huh? Your promotion, publicity, getting a live show together. These days, I think the music, the CD, the album, the product itself is really only an invitation to a gig.
Yeah.
Nowadays we share our music. I found that about 90% of people actually would prefer a hard copy CD than a download.
Yeah.
But they want that to keep it. The music itself gets shared, and that invites people down to the show. So concentrate on your show. Make sure you've got a great band. Make sure that you've got a fantastic show. People want to come and see you again. And at that place, you have some opportunity to sell some merchandise, to be able to sell some hard copies, some autographs, what have you. But it's all about the live show. Right where it started, it's right back there today. That's where it's come back to, the other end of the circle.
In your career, what was the break? How did you get the OZZY gig? How'd that come about?
I opened a fortune cookie in a Chinese restaurant and said, "Congratulations, you have the OZZY gig."
Who referred you? How did it all come about?
I knew some people in the organization, and I went to an audition. I got an opportunity to audition, and I came down, I tried out. There's a lot of great bass players, and somehow I went through that audition process.
Who did you step in the shoes of?
It was Bob Daisley before me.
The original.
But I knew Bob Daisley too. You know, I'd been playing in a band, and OZZY had actually seen me on a TV show, and I got a call out of the blue. It was OZZY on the other phone saying, "I want to meet with you. Will you come down and audition?" Of course, he didn't say it quite like that. He said it with his accent and his voice. We went and met for a drink, and afterwards, after a long audition process, I was happy to say I got the gig. And it was
what were the highlights of those years for you?
Oh, it was amazing. It was really
adulation, the crowd.
OZZY was a huge point in his career. It was just like, you know, we played Angry Birds. You know when you pull that guy and let it go, and that's what it felt like. And I was in a band with Randy Castillo, was my best friend.
Sure.
So it was just.
I go back to the Wumblies with Randy in Denver.
Oh, well, yeah, Rick Wilson.
Oh yeah.
And
all the way.
Wow.
Yeah, from the small bars.
Dave
I watched
Martin.
it through Code Blue, Lita Ford, OZZY. I watched
David
the whole
Martin
thing.
as well, right?
Yeah,
we're still good friends. So.
That's good stuff. Now, again, the business changed so much. You know, what are you doing today?
Well, today I released solo records. I've just released my second solo album called No Protection. Happy to say it's signed to Steve Vai's label, to Favour Nations. But it's available through my website, philsoussan.com. It's an album that everyone loves, which is nice. I played all the instruments on it. I wanted to do a Paul McCartney, so just with a little help from my friends, I pretty much played everything on there. And I'm starting to do some shows with that.
Was it you that had to go in and re-record Bob's parts?
Oh no, I never re-recorded any
never did any of that.
We hadn't recorded the album until that point.
Okay.
So we were still in the end of a sort of arranging songs process, sort of pre-production. So after that we went into the studio and we cut that album together.
That's great. I know you worked with Billy Idol. Tell us the story behind the scenes. What makes him tick? What is Billy all about?
Billy's great. He's like, I mean, he's amazing. He's first of all, I'd seen him for years and years all over the place, and we'd known each other through different crowds, and we ultimately ended up on a vacation together. And he was wanting to put a new band together, and he kept saying to me, "Come on, you know, you've got to be part of this band. I want you to be part of this band." And at that time, I decided to move from OZZY and work with Billy. And he's just amazing. He's got incredible charisma, and he's funny. And we got on great. We all got motorcycles, and we used to ride around on motorcycles, having a great time. It was good times.